Just seems like we've been shed antler hunting just yesterday. Here it is, August 1st already. What you see behind me is the results of the Roundup, and we applied that on the 16th day of July, and after we applied that we had 1 inch of rain, and that was last Saturday night. This is the 1st of August, so it's the 28th we had 1 inch of rain. But you can see the effects of how that burnt that down. Now you can also see the shadowing effect as I step out of the way. You can see how bright it is back there where the sun's getting to the alpha rack. But you see how shady it is in this area. So this year in this area, I'm going to go with this blend they call Secret Spot. The reason I'm going with that is not because of the name, it's because of the characteristics of it. If you got 3 to 4 hours of sunlight a day, it'll do good, and that's what I want, because you know you've got to change up your food plot format. If something isn't working, you can't keep doing it year after year after year. And so that's what I said, the name, you know, is irrelevant. It's got rye in it, it's got some trophy rape, a couple times of oats, clover, crimson, wheat, a lot of different things in this blend. It'll only cover 4,500 square feet, which is about 1/8 of an acre. And that's what I got about in this area here. So I'm going to run the pulverizer over it, and that's the other good thing. It takes minimal amount of preparation. You could hand rake it in. I'm going to use the pulverizer. The first thing I'm going to do is spread some triple 13 on, about a 50-pound bag and up through here, and then I'm going to run the pulverizer over it to incorporate it. But just keep that in mind. If you're not having the results you want and it's a little shady and secretive, you may have to go with a blend that doesn't require as much sunlight. And so we're going to try this here blend this year in this area, and we've got nothing to lose, and it's supposed to possibly rain tonight and then get sort of warm. So it gets the moisture in here, it'll take a long time to dry up. It's dry right now, so let's get to cranking the fertilizer on. Yeah, first I want to walk you down through here before we fertilize it. It didn't kill all the weeds, a few might have escaped, but for the most part it really burned it down in 16 days. So we're not going to deep till this, we're just going to scuff the top up with the pulverizer, which will probably go down there a good 4 inches. But I wanted to take you around to show you the killing power of that, and it really did the job. Now this is what we're putting on for fertilizer. It's plant food, triple 13, 13% nitrogen, 13% phosphorus, 13% potassium. We'll run 50 pounds on here. Last week when we were up here liming and fertilizing the alpha rack, we ran some 624 on here also. But this is like $17.50 for a 50-pound bag. Not that expensive, but it really does wonders for your food plot. So let's get to cranking this on. If you're going to do it with one of those push type spreaders, make sure you do it before you till it up. Because if you till it up, you'll never push that through there. I want to take you down and show you what this pulverizer does. And why I'm on mention that pulverizer, I bought that pulverizer new in 1977 for $900. So if you think, you people think, yeah, I'd do that if I had his money or some smart statement. If you take care of your equipment, it'll last you a lifetime. But if you're abusive, it won't last you a year. Let's walk down here. I want to show you the results of this. Now you can see I can kick that up. See how fluffy that is now? Got about the top 2-3 inches really nice. We'll walk down here and I'll show you another important part about this. Now what this pulverizer is like one big giant garden rake. Now you see the residue that it picked up, took all those dead weeds. That's all that's in there is weeds. And that way I'm going to have good soil to seed. But that just takes those weeds off. It's been burnt down with Roundup. I won't go down any deeper. And I should get good germination. It seems to me, as I venture back here to hang this camera up, there's sort of some people out there think it's a joke or bragging rights on how cheap they can plant a food plot and then label it, as I've said before, a poor man's food plot. Well, why even bother? If you're not going to do it right, there's enough stuff being done half-assed in this country today. Why don't you try to elevate your person one-on-one against you in the dirt? I've done that for 52 years. Me fighting the dirt clods. And so just pride yourself in it. And don't brag about how cheap or how minimal you got with some product that you don't even know anything about, and you throw it on the ground and expect spectacular results. Ain't gonna happen. Apply yourself. Same way with applying your fertilizer and your seed. Do it the right way and you'll get a good return on it. Do it the wrong way and all you're gonna do is have a crop of weeds. There we go. All tilled up. Fertilizer incorporated. You can see how shadowy this is now. I want to take you back why I decided to go with this product called Secret Spot, because it just seemed like it would be right at home back here. Now, this is our alpha rack, and it's doing quite well for no more rain than we had. It's really holding up. It's got the chicory, and you can see it's in bright sunlight. But here, with the shadows created in there, you can see how dark it gets in there. Still plenty of daylight out, but see, that's off the daylight grid right now, and that just looks like Secret Spot. And that's why we can get back in here and go with a little less sun. You know, this is supposed to grow in these areas where it's more dense. And like I said, this gives you the romance feeling of it, the Secret Spot. It's all fluffed up, weed clean, ready to crank the seed on. And remember, each seed's got a different rate. This is the same size that I could do a half acre of wintergreens with, this same bag. But what we're going to do, it's 4,500 square feet here, so let's get it cranked on. And when putting your seed on, there's not a lot in that bag, so make sure you go over it real light. Make sure you get everything covered. Just don't start hogging it on. You'll notice my footprint just makes an impression in that soft soil. It's soft, but firm, and that's exactly what you want. This doesn't have any rain-bound coating on it, so it'll germinate fairly fast. And like in the shade, it's going to keep it from drying out also. Yeah, now that we got it the seat on, we're just going to set the carburetor. That rear wheel is the only thing that's going to run on top of that. That's all we want to do. We don't want to scale fire it up. We'll just run that rear roller on it. Well, secret spot done. You can do that by hand. You see how well the Roundup burn it right to the dirt. Then you just have to take your hand rake and rake that residue off and then rake it in. That's all that's required. Put your glyphosate Roundup on about 2 weeks prior to it. It'll burn it down. You've seen 16 days. That's 2 days longer than 2 weeks. So you've seen the extremity of how well it burnt down. Have a problem with using Roundup? Disc it up, sterile seed it like what we're doing in the other plots. So you guys up north where you can't use glyphosate or something like that, there's always ways. Like I say, making a sterile seed bed by disking would be the alternative to the glyphosate. But I just want to show on this channel several different venues of how to eradicate weeds, from hand pulling to hoeing to mechanical with the tractor and the herbicide. But this plot's seeded and good to go on the first day of August.